then you went on, and now you went from broadcasting for, well, you're doing it again, but you're doing in between that though, you've been working in another capacity. Could you tell us about that? And we have some pictures, some photos of you with a very important person, I think.
Mm-hmm.
that Westerners might be
yes.
that we'll show our audience, but yeah, there he is, President Putin, our president, Vladimir Putin. So tell us how you got to meet Vladimir Putin.
How it happened. How it happened. Actually, I think it's almost 7 years that I'm living in Moscow. Mm-hmm. And I changed it not because, I don't know, I escaped from my previous, no, I really love my first team, but then I got a kind of promotion. I was invited to another TV channel in Moscow. It's called Live News. And while it existing, I was there. But then it's unfortunately that time changed. They had to close, but at the same time, there was very interesting thing here in Moscow. My friends invited me 5 years ago, or almost 6 years ago. They invited me to join, at these days, quite small team. They were running youth part of our presidential movement. It's volunteer movement, volunteer organization called Narodny Front. In English, it will be equivalent like People's Front.
People's Front.
And this organization was founded by our president 10 years ago. And actually, it's the only one organization whose leaders is Vladimir Putin. And the main, why I thought that it's really something big, it's going to be big and interesting, because the main idea of this team is to build this connection with our people in different regions, in different small towns, in villages, in countryside especially, because Russia is huge, the biggest one, really.
11 time zones,
with the
right?
Government, yeah, you experienced that already. And we providing this connection with the government and with the president, and we taking under control presidential decreases, because you was working in similar kind of sphere. You know that there is a very big way from something that is written on a paper, and that is really providing and really becoming true, something real that you can touch on the ground. And sometimes we helping people to see how many abilities, how many options they have in their cases, because sometimes they just don't know about this. They don't know what government provides. They don't know their
services. They don't know how to access them. And so what was it like for when you walked into the room and you met President Putin? What was that like for you? As you know,
and I even nowadays when I'm working in this there's just another kind of organization, volunteer organization, I still doing my media part of work. I'm working as a journalist, as a correspondent, as a producer, sometimes as a moderator of our big events. And that was my, I think, 4th time when I met Vladimir Putin. So I did it before. There was our big conferences, big forums that we held each year for our team from different regions. But this meeting that you're talking about was really special, because that was 2021 in March. And as we all remember, there was COVID year before. And there was his first offline meeting, because during this COVID time, there was only online, video connection meeting, and that was his first time. So if you're talking about his mood, he really wanted to see people near him, to see the reactions. Really, that's why our meeting, it was meant to be like hour and a half, but there was 2.5 hours long. And what was that? We were only 12 people, including him, in a room. There was in Kremlin, and there was meeting with volunteers all our volunteers who were helping during COVID times. Actually, these days really united us.
Right.
Both people from different organizations, we became one. And we came to this meeting to tell about our projects, about people that still need help, and about success cases. And there were also some people on a video connection, but here in the room only 12. And the organizers warned us that Sasha, it's only you and your co-anchor. Now he's a Duma deputy. We were only 2 people who will be moderators. And you know that we are organizers. We're not here with you. So if something will go wrong, and if the president will feel that you're not having the total control on this meeting, he will just take the initiative into his hands, and he will just rule it. So he's a very initiative person. So, and he know how to actually held a very big conferences. So, like if you will lose this line, no one will save you. So we went with this mood. And there wasn't no rush, really no rush. We were just having our tea and in the nearest room, and then it was maybe 10 minutes before the meeting time. They just said that please come to the main hall where it will be, and take your places. And I took my place, and then I suddenly like, I forgot to take my pen from another room. And I knew that I will need it. So I decided nothing will happen. I will just escape, take this and come back. I did it. And when I came back, I just literally, I took my place like that. And with no announcement, he's coming. So I couldn't be even late because no one will tell me like, Sasha, he's coming, nothing. So, because it was really a very specific format, because, Kremlin is his office, it's his working place. So he just finished one meeting, he came to another, and he was in this business mode. So he just came and welcomed everyone, and we started. But there was another one interesting thing for the anchor, because of course I prepared. I had a night to prepare. I did this plan, like I'm gonna say this, then this, then this. But it all ruined. Since the first minute, because I only started giving some first speech that I prepared, and he just turned like this, and he was staring at me during all my speech. So I understood, okay, no notes, I can't use it. I can only speak face to face, because he was sitting maybe like a meter. So close. And of course, I could only sharing my real emotions, my real feelings, and also not forget the name of each participant and what I really wanted to say, how I was going to introduce them. And that was an interesting thing, that you can say a lot about the person if you see how he build the connection, how he make this conversation going, and he really respects people with whom he's talking. He didn't feel uncomfortable to ask us like, can you tell me please, what was her name? Svetlana Vasilyevna. Just to do it like very personally, to name everyone, to call everyone by name, and name and middle name, and so on. So, and when he was really interested in something, in some details, he did it actually very naturally. So we even finished with this person, and now having a conversation with another one. But if he suddenly remembered very important detail that he wanted to mention, he can even say, I got you, I'm sorry, just can we get back to this conversation again, and continue until he finds some decision or something that he can use after this meeting, because this meeting was really useful. We presented our project there these days. Oh,
Must have
and
been- yeah.
and of course there was one awkward thing as it happens sometimes, because I was working. 2 hours and a half has passed, and I remember that in the end, I needed to kindly remind about flowers because there was this meeting was before the International Women's Day,
Oh,
and
okay.
I don't know how it's celebrated in like all around the world, but in Russia, it's quite big day. It's always about flowers and special signs of attention to women. So he prepared flower bouquet for everyone, for each woman in the hall, and I was like counting. He gave this bouquet. It's okay, it's okay. And then it was my turn. I didn't notice that was my turn at all. Because I thought that I'm a moderator. I'm not a woman at all at this moment.
Yeah.
I'm just working. And he's coming. I see this bouquet. I was, oh, thanks a lot. Spasiba. I'm just taking this bouquet. But he is not going away. He's just standing here and staring at me. And I thought, what else shall I do? And then he reminded, give me your hand, please. And I forgot, of course, I forget that it's according to diplomatic protocol, you need to give your hand, but straight, of course, that straight, it shall be straight.
Right.
And
you bring up an interesting point, Sasha, because and what Americans don't know is that in Russia, it's not common for people when they meet to shake hands. So it's more of a political thing. Yeah. So anyway, go on. Yeah.
That really, like on this kind of meetings, we not even used to. It's something obligatory that you need to do. And I forgot about this. And when he said, like, give me your hand, please, I did it girls' way, not this, girls' way, like this. Oh.
Oh, and for him to kiss your hand. That's cute.
But he was smiling. All his team was smiling and laughing too. And he didn't. He made me feel comfortable because he just did like this.
Oh, that's cute. That's really funny. That's so cute. It's so cute, Sasha. I love that story. Reade, could you show that picture again? Because it's really sweet of her getting flowers. There you are. There you are with the hand. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's really sweet.
It looks like for my mom.
Yeah.
Probably my mom will see it. I will show her.
But it must have been a really wonderful experience, and the work that you do is so important.